Good Wednesday, everyone. This week, Good Day Las Vegas is conquering the quarantine.
Yes, ma'am. We're showing ways that we've gotten through the pandemic, and maybe you too, by trying something new. Of course, I showed you all the mayo recipe that I've been working on. And Alex, how about you?
Yes, Chef Bowtie. Well, yesterday we talked about how more and more people have been fostering and adopting pets this past year.
And tomorrow, I'll wrap up the series with a look at how people have been spending your time organizing your home. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, John.
Well, Sherry, I could use some organization because I haven't necessarily been trying anything new. What I've tried to do is to get something we all could use a lot more of. It's just some fresh air.
Home. It's a wonderful place to be. But when it's also where you work or where you teach your children, the peace of home can be a little claustrophobic. One solution, one tonic for the dull days of pandemic. For me, it's getting outside. No foam, no congestion, all the space you need, and plenty of pictures. Clearly, I'm not the only one.
We are noticing that quite a big strain has been put on the federal land agencies and their trails.
Almendra Johnson is with Get Outdoors Nevada. She says our trails and parks are more popular than ever. But while it's tempting to jet straight to Red Rock Canyon or Mount Charleston or Lake Mead, Johnson advocates a different way to stretch our legs.
That's kind of the goal too, is to get everyone spread out, but also to not overwhelm our federal land agencies. Red Rock is super busy right now.
Plenty of local parks within the valley have great trails and views, from Sunset Park to Lone Mountain to Mountain Lake Park. If you need to get out of the house, if you need room to roam, it's not as far away as you think.
It is kind of being aware of how much space we're taking up while enjoying it and sharing it. And that's kind of what we're doing. There's a lot of places to get outdoors.
So if you want some ideas of places to hike or stroll, there are infinite resources online. We're going to put some links online a little bit later on this morning. Travel Nevada, obviously Get Outdoors Nevada, visit. There's a bunch of them online. Even just like Google best places to hike. But the important thing that Almendra was mentioning was we always think of Red Rock or Mount Charleston or Lake Mead or Valley of Fire, and those are all wonderful places, but so many of our parks are big enough that you can walk around and you can really enjoy without having to go so far out and really overwhelm some of those smaller areas.
Yeah.
And you can see a lot of nature. I mean, you can go out to Wetlands Park, and then we just have a lot of great neighborhood parks, Nate,
Sunset
that have
Park?
natural trails and things to see and discover as well.
So my son and I were coming back from an errand at Jones the 95, and we saw a sign by the side of the road, Bonanza Trail, that I did not see before. So that's there are urban pedestrian hiking trails too, John.
Yeah, in fact, right behind where I grew up in Green Valley, Pittman Wash is a trail. You can just walk through there as long as there's no rain or anything like that. And it's sort of like nature. You're in a wash, but it's obviously right through a neighborhood there. So it's important to explore, certainly to get out of the house. A lot of us have been cooped up for a long time. You don't necessarily have to drive all the way out to, Death Valley or something like that. There are plenty of places that are close by where you can stretch your legs, especially when it's so beautiful outside, Alex.
Hey, we're blessed with so much great weather, Alex. You know that because you're out walking Bodie all the time.
Yeah.
I sure am, whether it's nice or not. And I also liked, don't you like seeing how Langler spends his time inside? Got the guitar, got the hockey.
Now we know what you do at home.
Just walking around with a camera looking at me.